Welcome guys, one and all, to another Final Fantasy Record Keeper video. I'm Forte, and today I want to talk to you guys about the ability Curaise in comparison to Curaja. Now, if you end up liking this video, do consider giving this video a like. And I'm gonna start doing daily uploads. So if you're interested in daily content for Final Fantasy Record Keeper, do consider hitting that subscribe button. I would appreciate that very much. Anyways, let's go into the video. So let's talk about Curaise and Curaja, right? So if you look at Curaise, it says restores a large amount of HP to one target or revive the target if it is KO'd. Now on paper, that sounds absolutely fantastic. But the problem with Curaise is that for one, its healing potency is not as high as Curaja, and two, you notice that the part right there says or, so it literally does one or the other effect. It's a revive and heal rolled into one ability. Now the problem with that is that Curaise has a healing potency of 80, which is the same healing potency as the 3-star Curaja, which for that ability only heals as well. Now don't get me wrong, an 80 potency heal for an ability is pretty decent early to mid game, but once you start getting late game, once you start getting to that end game threshold, that's when that 80 potency heal becomes a lot less effective than, let's say, the heal that Curaja offers. Now Curaja, the base heal on this one, the healing potency on Curaja is 105. So you know, it's a 4-star ability. It should be better than its 3-star counterpart, which only has 80 potency. So 105 potency on Curaja makes it about 25, almost 25% better than its 3-star counterpart. And honestly, for this one, once you start getting that late game, it becomes a bit easier to farm as well. So in my opinion, it's better to just invest in Curaja as opposed to Curaise, because like I said, Curaise does one or the other ability, right? So let's just say you heal for 3000 HP, right? Because of the or part of this ability, you're not going to revive a character for 3000 HP. You're only going to revive a character with 10% of their health. And because the character revives with only 10% health, the character is going to immediately require another heal. And also, as you know, when a character gets KO'd, all of the buffs that they've previously had goes away as well. So once you revive a KO'd character, that character becomes a huge liability for you, because you have to waste 1, maybe 2 turns to reapply your buffs for that character and to heal that character, just to catch that character up back with back on the same level as your team, and that can cause you to lose a lot of tempo in battle. Now, for lower difficulty dungeons, that's not that big of a deal, but for higher difficulty dungeons, for example, you know, the 200 difficulty dungeons, like the Torment dungeon that just recently came out, you're honestly not gonna have 1 to 2 turns where you can afford to waste them trying to catch a guy back up to the level of your team in terms of like buffs and health, right? It's just not worth it. Now, does that mean Curaise is a completely useless ability? Absolutely not. Curaise has its moments where it can be where it can be useful. It's a bit more situational. For example, if you're what can I say? Okay, so if you're going against a boss that has an instant KO ability, right? Like currently in the multiplayer arena, there is Gilgamesh, who has the ability to one-hit KO you. Bringing Curaise might be okay if you're one of the newer players and you lack KO resistant gear, okay? Because KO resistant accessories, gear, accessories, whichever one, they're the same thing. They only come around once, like in specific dungeons, and if you or specific events, and if you miss the event, then most likely you're going to miss getting that KO resistant accessory. So if you're a newer player and you don't have that, bringing Curaise to a multiplayer battle is actually pretty okay. But other than that, against bosses that have the potential to KO you, Curaise offers very little utility. I mean, an 80 potency heal isn't that great compared to 105. And when you go into the battle, you should have the mentality where you're gonna beat the boss, right? Your mentality should be, I'm gonna wipe the floor with this boss. I'm not gonna get KO'd, right? You shouldn't go into a boss battle thinking, oh, you know, if I get KO'd, it's okay because I can just revive them. No, that's pretty bad in my opinion, because once again, you lose a lot of tempo. You have to use a lot of turns healing the character up, reapplying the buffs. So overall, I just don't think Curaise is an ability it's worth prioritizing. You can invest in it later on once you have your Curaja, once you have your core white mage abilities honed up. You know, like Curaja, right? I suggest you have at least 2 of these, you know, because there are going to be some battles that are really difficult, and you're going to need double white mage for those. Going to get your Shelga Protectiga to at least rank 2, 3 preferably. And then what are other white mage abilities that are really good? I'm drawing a blank right now, but yeah, once you finish your core white mage abilities, then you could, you know, invest in Curaise just to have another heal for those situational battles. Anyways, that's it from me. I hope you found this video to be helpful. And if you did, give the video a like. I would appreciate it very much. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Okay, take care.